everyone, welcome back to the homestead. It is cold out this morning. I can see my breath. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but we had our first partial frost last night. We weren't expecting it. Thankfully, it was just a little bit of our pasture that frosted over, but the garden still looks good. We still have a couple zucchino rampicante squash hanging on, and I'm really hoping that they make it to maturity so we can enjoy those before our first real frost. So today we've got a busy day. Some exciting news to share with you. We are not having a baby, but we are doing another addition to our tiny house. So we'll share a little bit of that with you today, and hopefully just get you caught up on a little bit of what's going on here on the homestead. This little mama had a second hatch of chicks for the season. So she's got, I think, 2 little babies staying warm, all tucked into her fluff. You're a good mama. I think this is the first time we've ever had the hardy hibiscus still blooming in October. They kind of finished blooming for a while, both of them. That we have 2 of them. They kind of finished blooming for a while, and then all of a sudden a whole bunch of new blooms started coming on. So that's been really fun. Good morning, Navy.
Morning.
Staying warm by the fire?
Yep.
Yep. Just the night before last, we got the fire going again. So wonderful. I love being able to cook on the cook stove again. It's so warm in here. Yeah. Good morning. Thank you. Easy here, don't care. My parents have been here visiting from California. They pulled their trailer. Noisy geese. So that's been wonderful, spending some time with them. Girls ready to plant some flower bulbs?
Yeah. Yep.
We got these double late tulips called Angelique for Esther's garden. And so I think she wants them, let's see, I think she's gonna put them right here in kind of the front of her bed. Is that right, sweetheart?
Maybe.
Maybe. These are looking beautiful right now. Her mom's and some zinnias still holding on. They're so pretty. And then she's also got a couple of foxgloves. This one's called Snow Thimble. That's going to be a white one. So she's going to plant these along the back of her fence here, and then the other one I think is Apricot Beauty, if I remember. Yep, this one's gonna be Apricot Beauty, a really pretty peach one, just along the back of the fence line here.
Mama, let's pick one of these.
Yes, you may pick one. These are really nice plantable pots. You can put the whole thing in the ground. Makes it easy. Then it kind of gives the new plant a little bit of a blanket for winter too. There we go. One new foxglove ready to go. All right, let's just pulling the weeds kind of in this little center area. She decided not to plant the tulips right in the front because she's got some really short plants here in the front that she wants to be able to see. So she's clearing out some weeds kind of in the middle next to this mum.
It's gonna be back.
Yeah, so it'll be right in there, and so it'll be really pretty because there'll probably be some lingering daffodils, and some early red tulips might still be hanging on a little bit toward the back by the fence line. So that'll be really pretty, huh? The red tulips, the daffodils, and then these pretty pink ones. Are you gonna help plant those? Are you gonna help plant?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. You enjoying this beautiful day in the garden, J-Bud?
Yep.
Looks like you're building a road for your truck, huh?
Uh-huh.
What you doing with all those? Those are fun, huh?
I know. I'm laughing.
She's gonna transplant a little ajuga ground cover. She wants to have a little patch of them in the very front here. She's saving them from the tulip zone. She doesn't want them to get buried by the tulips.
Put the leaves around it. There.
We don't have a nice auger to be able to dig the holes, so it takes a little bit for each of these bulbs, but
They gotta go down
it's
deep.
well worth it. This is going down about 6 inches deep, and we are going to put more fresh soil in this area, hopefully. Give it a nice little covering of fresh compost. Yay, first one in! You're going to plant about 10 of them?
Yeah, maybe not just there, but
Yeah, just kind of all around. And you're gonna share some with me too. Yay! Yep. I've got some others I'm going to be planting in other parts of the garden too. Maybe not today, but eventually. So when we first moved into our tiny house almost 7 years ago, it was in December. So December of this year will be 7 years. It was just a 20 by 20, and we did a half loft. So very small space for our family of 7 at the time. We only had one daughter, Esther, and so we were able to make kind of just her own little space on one end of the boys' bedroom. And since then, we've had 2 more girls. So now that little space that was just barely big enough for Esther at the time is not near big enough for 3 girls. So that's what we're doing now. We're working on adding on to the loft, and it's going to give us about an 8 by 11-ish room for all the girls. And then the space that Esther was taking in the boys' room will just become the boys' room again, and it'll give the boys more room as well. We've also since done our add-on, and that's now open to the rest of the house. We're not fully using that space yet, but that's given us another 16 by 20 area to work with. So I guess our house is not technically a tiny house anymore, but we still call it a tiny house. For our family of 9, it's still pretty small, but we are so enjoying the addition, and now we're gonna have this whole extra loft space that's gonna be wonderful. So stay tuned. We'll definitely be giving a little tour of the girls' room once it's completed. At this point, it's safe, but not usable yet. So we'll share that with you another day. So Esther Pye, are you excited to be able to have more space now?
Yeah.
Well, pretty soon you're gonna have more space. Each of you will have your own bed, your own desk area. What are you pulling out now?
Garlic chives.
Garlic chives. Those are tough to get out, huh? Garlic chives self-seed all over the garden, and we have chopped them. We deadhead them every year, but still some seeds escape, and they like to flow right into Esther's garden here. Doing a good job. Good job, sweetheart.
Thanks.
The fall garden is coming along. I'm really excited about these kohlrabi. I didn't know if they would have time to mature, but they're starting to get their little heads, and that's exciting. And we've been enjoying quite a bit of kale and chard. We just had our first fall radish harvest. And we still do have some broccoli that is growing. It's pretty small. I don't know if it'll make it. The cabbages are tiny. Not sure if they're gonna make it. And then we've got various other greens, lettuce and things like that. A few beets that might mature in time, I don't know. But I'm really excited about those kohlrabi. It'll be so fun if we get a good harvest of those before it gets too cold. Another project that has kind of picked up momentum over the last week or so is our composting center that's back behind our addition. This is going to be a huge composting area. Going to have a walkway through the middle. The walls are 4 foot high, and the interior is about 10 by 14 or 16, I can't remember. So it's going to give us a permanent place to compost. We do composting toilets, so one side will be for that, and then the other side I'm going to be putting together hopefully a recipe for weed-free compost. So I'm going to be putting a lot of different materials in that have no seeds, and it'll be a really fine compost that we can put on the top in our garden beds and hopefully give us a little bit more freedom from having to weed so much. This is how we've done composting in the past. We've just used the pellets, and then we even put some hardware cloth this time. It's kind of hard to see, but there's hardware cloth on the inside of that to help hold everything in a little bit better. And they were great for a few years, but then they begin to fall apart. And you can tell the weeds and everything just grow up all around it, and then it drops seeds into the compost. And we don't turn our compost, we don't have any machinery, and we just don't have the time to turn our compost to get the weed seed into the center where it could get hot and be destroyed. We're going to put a cement sidewalk around our entire new composting area. That way it'll give a buffer from the weeds, and hopefully they won't be able to grow up and drop their seed into our compost. So it'll be really wonderful if we can produce all the compost that we need for all of our gardens right here on site and not have to keep bringing in compost. The biggest thing that we've used for our gardens has been free composted horse manure. So that's been a huge blessing, and we are actually going to be getting more of that here soon, but we're trying to get systems set up more and more right here on the property that are sustainable, that we'll be able to pass on to our children as they take over the homestead. And so yeah, I'm really excited about this new composting area. Here's a surprise. This is the backside of our sunrise bumblebee tomatoes. I didn't realize we had a bunch ready. There's a whole cluster of them here. Yay!
I'm gonna hold out my hand.
My mom's gonna help hold them for me. Yay! And these are ones I have not saved seed yet from, so I was hoping that some more would ripen up so I can save some seed.
Ooh, ant there.
Is there an ant on it? That one's nice and ripe. That'll be a good one for saving seed.
Oh.
Hey guys, way up there. How's it going? We still have this one area open where the stovepipe goes up. Yay! Well, for those of you guys who've been following our journey from the beginning, you know that we've had to really exercise a lot of patience for each project that we have taken on. We are doing everything debt-free, and it just can take a long time to complete anything. Living in a construction zone has not been easy, especially with a large family. There have just been so many challenges along this journey because of being in a construction zone, but little by little we just keep making steps forward, and we are starting to pull out of the construction zone. I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. We still definitely have a lot to do, but we're experiencing a lot more organization, a lot more peace now than ever before, and I'm just so thankful for it. I'm so thankful to the Father for all his many provisions and blessings in our life. It's been a lot of fun sharing it with you all, and we hope to continue to produce these videos as long as we can. So I want to just encourage any of you out there who are at the beginning, just starting out, never despise those small beginnings, and remember that the journey takes time, and time goes really quickly. So it may seem like you're just never going to be able to get your place set up, but you will, and the journey is one that is beautiful and one that we are really trying to enjoy. So we hope that you are enjoying your journey today. Thanks for following us, and we just really appreciate you all watching. Until next time, we pray blessings over you and yours, and whatever you do, do it with your whole heart.
Mom, I think we have a ready persimmon. It's super small, but it's super squishy.
Ooh, let's check it out.
Right here.
Oh yeah. Wow, it is squishy. Should we pick it?
Yeah.
Oh, it came right off. Yeah, this is a wild persimmon. You have to make sure they're really squishy or they're no good, huh?
Can I eat it?
Yeah, sure. Is it good? Sweet one? Nice.